So we are here in Clovis, California, out at Quail Lake, and we just finished installing a Bradford White URG 250H6N. This is the high recovery unit. The old water heater was original to the home, I don't know, 20, 25 years? Maybe older. And that was an A.O. Smith, and it was a high recovery unit as well. So what we've got here, you can see model number, serial number. If you go and fill it, there's in this right here, there's some documents you can fill out and send to Bradford White. Or you can go online, bradfordwhite.com, give them the model number, serial number, get this thing registered so you can get your warranty going on it. So we cleaned this all up pretty good, looks pretty nice. The water heater is straight out of Hajoka, authorized distributor here in Clovis, California. So as per contract, what we got down here is a brand new stainless steel, a corrugated stainless steel gas supply line over to the control valve. The bottom 1/3 has the adjustable strap as per contract. The upper third has the adjustable strap as per contract. Relief valve comes with the water heater, so we just took a couple of these Falcon stainless steel connectors and put them together because the relief line is all the way over on this side. So we just tied a couple together. This never has water in it. This relief valves are temperature and or pressure. If you get too much of either one or both, this will pop off and water will come off down here. It actually released temperature and pressure, so it'll spit some water out, it'll spit some air out, whatnot. I rarely see them go off. You're supposed to manually open that once a year, drain these once a year, get the sediment out, whatnot, to take care of them, but that's up to you. Anyway, so that's in and installed. As per contract, we did install a new 3/4 inch full port quarter turn ball valve. This is from Watts. The existing valve we left in place. It is in the open position and not leaking. It is a full 1 inch, and everything right here, as you can see, reduces down to 3/4. So the old supply line was soldered into there. So what we did is we took it off, put an adapter on, got you a brand new ball valve on. That way, when you need to work on this, it's simply quarter turn off, quarter turn on. These are all we use, are Watts. And then of course, brass nipple here. When you got copper coming out, you want to use brass. So we got brass and then a Falcon stainless steel connector. This is a 3/4 full flow. It's a mega flow Falcon stainless steel connector. These are a full, it's a 0.725, so as close to 3/4 inside diameter as you can get. Most of the other supply lines, they're substantially smaller, about 5/8 inside diameter, and they're a lot cheaper. So these are expensive. This is what we use. We love them. We don't have any trouble with them. So Falcon stainless steel. Over here on this side, same thing. We just took and soldered an adapter on, male adapter. Took that flexible supply line off there, put it in a brand new Falcon stainless steel connector. Same thing. Draft diverter comes with the unit right here, the little black thing. And then of course, brand new piece of pipe going up to an existing offset 45, offset 90, single wall. So anyways, that just stayed in place. We cut a new piece of pipe all the way down to here. It's like a 24, 25 inch piece because this water heater sits a little lower. So that's all good. That's the first portion. So the water heater's installed. Everything's looking great. They did have an existing Grundfos pump in. The contract labeled to use a Grundfos. It's actually a comfort pump without using the crossover valve because they do have a dedicated return line. So that 3/4 line coming out of the wall, that's a dedicated return line for recirculation. So the contract stated either the comfort valve or oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of the word that I used in the contract, but or comparable, basically. And so the comfort pump was $200. This pump here was $270. So anyways, better pump. You can see it's stainless steel. The Grundfos pump is cast iron. This is stainless, so that's resistant to a lot of corrosion, a lot of calcium buildup, whatnot. And so it ties straight into the existing. It's a direct replacement for the pump that you had installed. You can see it's nutted on the bottom. We didn't do anything down here because trying to get the water drained out of that line and doing anything with this is very problematic unless you have press tools, and those tools are very expensive. So we just tied the pump into the bottom, and then at the top, new adapter, new piece of copper, comes over back down at the bottom. We did reconfigure this a little bit. We got the pure copper coming out of the tank. We didn't have the right size brass nipple, so copper or brass, either one we love. I mean, it flows great. Don't use iron pipe in any potable water system. But so copper, and then we got a little brass 90 right here because we had to turn this sideways because we're encroaching upon the doorway. The door was closing and starting to hit things. So we did brass 90, little brass nipple in there, brass T, and then of course the drain down valve that came originally with the unit that was screwed in right there into that hole. We just reinstalled it. So it's a stainless steel ball valve as well. This right there, screwdriver, quarter turn on, quarter turn off to function that. This will drain it down once a year. We did put a ball valve right here because when you go to work on this pump over here, it's, you know, all the water, you know, it's filled all the way up to the top up there. So what you have here, this ball valve, you can shut it off, and that way it isolates this line, you know, from the pump right there, or from the tank. That way, if you're doing something up top, you just shut that off, and you're good to go. Otherwise, you know, if you're removing it, you know, you got to drain it down anyways all the way. So that's in. Copper line all the way up, copper line over, copper line back into the union. We've got the timer set. You can come out here and adjust it. Anything pointing away toward the perimeter means the pump will run. Anything pointing toward the inside, that means the pump is off. So right now it is to the far left would be on, middle would be auto, and to the far right would be off for that little white tab right there. So it is in the auto position right now. It's running because it's after 3 o'clock, and you can see we've got it set from about 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night, right around there. I mean, pretty close. And then of course it comes on like at 6 o'clock in the morning, you can see, and then shuts off at about 9 o'clock in the morning. Now feel free to adjust this according to what you need. Just pop off this cover, pop it off, and you know, if you know, you can go every 15 minutes all throughout the day, 24/7. If you want it running 24/7, then just click it to the left and it'll run, and the tabs don't mean anything. So anyways, the pump is in and running. We've gone inside and checked it out. We've looked down here. Looks like everything is in good shape. We were a little concerned about, you know, tying in down here, but like I say, this is a direct replacement pump for the Grundfos. This is all existing work, so we don't warrant this. We do warrant the installation of the pump, not the pump itself. You know, if something goes bad with that, we give the manufacturer and their warranty. And this pump, you know, like I say, it's just as good as the Grundfos, which is a local manufacturer. And then, of course, you know, it's union on both sides. So if you ever have a problem with that, or just plain burns out, or something happens to that, union, slide the pump out, put a new one in. So that's great. Anyways, we're done out here. Everything looks good outside of that. This installation is done.